Go. Yes. Good evening, everybody. This is Ham, my name, from Uganda. I told you I was coming to South Africa, and some of you thought I was joking. But many of you really asked me a lot of questions that you really wanted from South Africa. The breeders, here are the team. I think you can see they are all very strong and huge. That means unhealthy, of course. That means these guys, they are getting the money. You can't look nice, you can't be heavy, you can't look like the way you see if they don't get money. I've told you a long time ago that this business makes a lot of money. These people will witness, they will tell us, because for them they are taking it on another level. Like you guys who think that doing goat farming, you might not be getting a lot of money, these guys are living on goats. They will tell us, basically. So here I am. I'm in South Africa. I came for an auction, and I've been posting on my YouTube, Facebook, all the media lines that I'm coming to South Africa for an auction. We drove a long distance. You just can't believe. But this is where we are. Guys who are running away from the bush, where we are, we went through a very serious bush. And I was telling my driver now, in some films, this is how people went and were all eaten. Take that aside anyway. Where we are is in the middle of the bush. I think you can see. But these guys are very serious doing breeding. I think you see the lion, how it is doing. Hey, my team. Welcome to my YouTube channel, to my media. My viewers really want to hear from you. And all of you want maybe to introduce yourself, just a name. You guys to answer me, not only answering to me, but you're answering to the whole world. I have a lot of people that are following, people who are following you. If you didn't know, people are following South Africa. When you talk about goats, you mention South Africa first. First of all, I will thank you for that, because you made the name, and that's what we are following. We are following your lines. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to just come in front of you. First of all, what is this? Is this a goat or a lion? Because I'm really wondering how a goat can be at this. You see, my viewers, what I used to tell you, goats can weigh up to 150. I don't think whether this goat can go below 100 kilos. Anyway, the experts are here. They will be able to follow you up, follow their group. They will introduce their group to us. And then also in the comment down, we are going to put a link. If you want to join the auction tomorrow, these are some of the animals that are going to be in the auction. The males are many, the animals are many, and they are all very, very good. I welcome you guys. Jerry, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. We just wanted to try and keep them down and cool them down here.
We as farmers, we really need that noise. Whoa! That means those guys are healthy and they fall in love. That's how they show the activeness.
We're just going to introduce everybody quickly of the 007 group. And thank you for being here with us today. It's honestly, we're honored to have you here. And your viewers for that matter. And you're just going to introduce yourself and then ourselves, and then you have more than enough time to ask us some questions.
Okay.
I'm Hein. I'm representing Gagris Boergoatstad.
Good day. I'm Marwan from Marwanmans Boergoatstad.
I'm Bram Rits from the Northern Cape. Here represent Honey Boergoatstad.
Hi, my name is Brink Jacobs from Middelburg in Mpumalanga, and I represent the Looft Boergoatstad.
Good morning or afternoon. So I'm Will Querson and my wife Michelle Querson. So we are from Wimisara Boergoatstad, based in Groblersdal in the northern Limpopo region of South Africa.
Wow.
You already told my name. I'm the wife. I'm Michelle, as you said, from Wimisara in Limpopo. Yes, thanks.
Wow, I love that. For real, I'm very, very pleased, because in our country, ladies don't do a lot of farming. And if you see my following, most of the people who are serious in farming, those are the ones that follow me. And there are very few ladies, actually. We give you maximum respect for that. Guys, I really need to know this group, the name of the group. Jerry, would you be able to tell us what exactly is the name of the group?
The name of the group is 007. 007 Boergoedstad, a Boergoed group. And Ruan Mons will tell us a little bit more about the history and how we got together.
How did you start? How did you come up thinking of making a group? Because in our countries, things have really, really failed as in a group. How do you manage a group and how do you really achieve from the group?
In 2022, we had a challenge. We needed a platform to sell our goats. So we were a lot of friends, 7 friends, that needed a platform to sell our goats. So I had an idea with Brahmarits so that we can start an auction and giving us the opportunity to sell our genetics to the world.
Oh, that's very
So
good.
we are 7 breeders out of different locations out of South Africa, Northern Cape, Western Cape, Limpopo, Free State. So we are putting goats on the auction that is coming out of different environments.
That's very beautiful. Do you see the viewers what I always tell you? We need to come up as a group, but what do you sell? Did you start that group before you got the animals or you first got the animals and then you made a group?
I first got the animals. So what happened, I'm breeding 10 years now with goats, but it took me about 6 years to build my genetics until it is good enough for the market outside. So that's why the group is still young. It happened in 2022. So when our goats became better, the genetics came better, so then we needed a platform to sell it, and then that's why the 007 is a platform for us to sell our goats.
Wow, that's very good. Viewers, I used to tell you, me, I'm not going to go into the group minus having the animals. I must have the animals and then I come up as a group. Because most of you have made groups, you have no animals, you just go into administration, then finally you fail even on the way. How has this group really helped in terms of gathering the markets, making money? Why did you decide to go into auction? Because in our countries, people just come on our farms, they pick animals and take. Why did you come up with auction? Do you think auction can be a better deal to make dollars, or has it made dollars for you? Because I'm not talking about the present days, I'm talking about right now.
Yes, definitely. It gives us opportunity to put our best genetics on the group. So each breeder can put maybe they have 2 or 3 or 5, even like Brahmarits is putting 9 rams on the auction. So at the farm, the quality, maybe you're having 20 rams, but not all of them is the quality like this. So each breeder tries to put his best genetics on the auction, and that gives us a platform to put good genetics into the world and also to get a higher price on the auction.
That's really very, very nice.
Amis,
Yes.
I would like to add, that competition in every industry, every business is always good. We have the same liking of the goats. We are all passionate, and we have the same aim and view for the future, the 007 group. But also amongst ourselves, as you will see tomorrow, there is healthy competition. We all want to be in the position where Brahmarits is at the moment. He's in very old hand in the industry, and many of us are breeding out of his bloodlines. But we are also in competition with him. It is a healthy competition. We also help one another in the process. We will use his genetics, but the competition that we create will also be to the benefit of our clients. They purchase animals from us, where we are in competition with one another. We also have to measure the level of our breeding with the other members of the group. And that makes it really special, and the winners at the end of the day is our clients. Because the better we do, the better animals we can produce and put in the market for them to choose from.
Now, Jerry, I have a question. Because when you're introducing yourself, everybody was ending with the word stud. Can you tell us what a stud is? Because most of the people might not understand what a stud is. would you tell us, would you advise the upcoming farmers to also aim at stud, or in your group, is it the qualification that you have to be into that group or not?
Yes, basically, in my opinion, and Rowan can also add to this, you have to be a member of the South African Boer Goat Breeders Association.
Okay.
And then obviously your animals will be inspected by registered inspectors, and then by doing that you'll get stud registered animals. You can also register them at South African Stud Book, obviously, where we are all members of. But the starting point is to register with South African Breeders, Boer Goat Breeders Association. I've got several foreign clients which registered with the association, and they get all the feedback from the association, and they're doing pretty well. So that is, the association, the doors of South African Boer Goat Association is wide open for everybody, in any country.
Wow, that's very, very good. Now, what I have seen as me, you guys, what I've seen here, these guys have animals. If we talk about animals, they understand what an animal is. And I'm really, really very pleased. Jerry, I would like to thank all of you people. And it was my great pleasure meeting you people. I've been following your association. Finally, I met him and I told him, I want you to take me to that group. I'm telling you the truth. I promise you that anytime I'm going to come up with a group to meet all of you, to run around all your farms. Just, I request you accept us. We shall come also have a tour. We check out from all over the world. I will not only look at my people in my country. I will just advertise. Whoever is interested, we make a trip to come and check all of you, so that we also get a leaf. Because for your information, we take a lot of animals from South Africa, and I think it's from you, but through other different people. But for your information, we do import animals which are worth 100,000 US dollars just within 6 months, every 6 months from South Africa. So we are your ardent followers and your customers. So guys, I don't want to waste a lot of your time. When you're dealing with rich people, you don't want to waste a lot of their time. Everybody you hear there, or you see here, he wants to go and take care of his animals. Actually, not animals, but his lions, the way you see. And you people who wants to go into the auction, I think tomorrow it's going to start what time?
11 o'clock.
And it will stop at what
July.
time?
About 2 to 3.
Wow. Make sure that you bring the guy I always see on auction shouting. I don't know whether he's among you guys.
He'll be arriving in 10 minutes.
Wow. I really, really need to meet that guy. You guys who have ever seen an auction, there is always a guy who shouts for the animals. But fortunately, the animals don't run away. So guys, if you could maybe give some advice to my followers, what we need to do, because I want to ask you one last question. What do you feed these animals on? I want you guys to help us, because most of the people really want to know. Are these animals fed like the way we feed ours? Do they eat grass? Do they eat gold? I really need to know, because we also feed like the way you do. In some countries, we have more feeds than what you have. But actually, we have really failed to see our animals at this. Tell us about the secret behind that, because most of my viewers, that's what they want to know from you guys. Please.
Okay, first of all, they don't eat gold, they eat platinum. That's just a joke. Okay, so our goats does go to the veld, especially the females. About 90% of females is going to the veld grazing, because the cost is too high to keep them on the feed permanent. You can't afford that. So we only put them on feed when they're in a production stadium. So let's say the last 6 weeks of pregnancy, the lamb is growing about 70 to 75% in that last 6 weeks. A goat is 5 months pregnant, but that last 6 weeks is growing about 70%. So it's very important to take that goat, that female, that ewe out of the grazing, put it on lucerne. In South Africa we call it lucerne, other countries they call it alfalfa. That is very important for the roughage, for the rumen. It stimulates the rumen. And then also we're giving a pellet. So you do get, the pellets feed. So you do get like a production pellet or a pellet that is shaping the rounding the goats off. That is also good for that 6 months. And then when the goat lamb, we still give that feed until the lamb is about a month old, and then you can start going to the field grazing. And then the lambs, we're giving them crepe feed. Crepe feed is very, very important in a goat's life because the feed conversion is very good when they are still young. So let's say when they are young, they can eat 1 kilogram of feed, but they will pick up 2 kilograms of weight. Just an example. So it's very important for us. Okay, and then my last advice for someone that wants to start farming with goats, it's very important to get a mentor. Here is my mentor, Brahmarit. Wow. I'm also buying my breeding rams from him. He's my mentor. He's always a call away. So I appreciate that very much from Brahmarit.
Wow.
Thank you.
We salute. Wow, that's very, very good. I'm really very, very happy. Yes.
Yes, thanks, Amishi. Like Ruan said, so feeding is a very important factor actually when you, especially at small stock. Anything that when you look at plants or whatever, your nutritional value is very important. So, like Ruan mentioned, the importance of a well-balanced feed is important when you're rounding off. So your ratio between protein and energy. Also, like he mentioned, for ewes that are in production, where you are looking at ewes that is looking after their kids, they need to be producing milk. So you want that flow through protein in the form of oil cakes. So that is very important. So maybe just a factor as well. But the main important is as long as it's well balanced, and vitamins and minerals to keep that in a good condition. I mean, we had a discussion this morning with a gentleman as well. If you have a balanced feed, the health of your animals and growth, everything is just on a positive rate. So that projection is very positive as long as you, like Ruan mentioned, tend to them from a small age. But also, you always need to take in mind or take note that it depends on your offset as well. The main thing of a boer goat is adaptability and hardiness. So you want to really, I mean, Brahmarits, like Ron mentioned, these in the Northern Cape, they are there in the veld, in the mountains or hills, and they really tend to themselves as well. But at some times it's like a semi-extensive farming setup. So when they are in the production phase, you bring them closer to home and tend to them, because that's your harvest. The kids are your harvest. So that's
wow.
Sorry, I just want to say something about you said that you can also feed goats a lot, but they never get this big.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's very important to get the right feed, but you also need the right genetics for an animal to grow like this.
Yes.
Not all animals grow like this. So if you invest in the right genetics and you give the right food at the right times, your animals will become big like this.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very, very nice. You guys, you've given me a lot of data. So my viewers, these people, their English was too fluent that you couldn't understand some of the things. But I tried my best to understand. They said not all animals, the animals go for free range in the field, like the way we do in our country. But there is a certain time, like when they have just, when they are going to produce, you have to keep them close. When they produce and have the babies are supposed to be on intensive till when they make how many months? Is it
2 months at least. But I mean, the point is they shouldn't start feeding when they're 2 months old. They should start feeding when they're 5 days old.
5 days old.
I've shown you that, they start to nibble already when they're 5 days old.
Yes.
I think, enough said now about the feeding. The point is, in my opinion, where mistakes that people make all over the world, not only in Africa, is the animals go out into the veld by 8 o'clock in the morning and they come back at 5 o'clock in the evening. In other words, it's 9 hours that they have they can graze and browse during the day. Then they put them in a kraal by 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just water for 15 hours until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is the problem. They should be fed in the evening. You can't expect goats to grow or to produce and reproduce if you do not feed them for 15 hours and they only have time for 9 hours when they be fed. And that's the problem. In Africa, they let them go out, they bring them back without any supplementary feed. If you want to bring them back, you have to feed them. You can't let them stay for 15 hours without feed. And that is the main problem in Africa.
Wow.
Yes, it should be balanced, but you can't let them go out. Otherwise, you should leave them in the bush.
Yep.
Then they will feed for themselves.
Yep.
But you
Instead
can't bring them in
and
keep them in a kraal.
Wow.
If I can just add one more point, it's getting late.
Yep.
This group has been formed not only to compete with one another, but also to support one another. And our brothers and sisters in Africa can learn from this, that, you know, we are helping one another, even though we are in competition. It is a healthy competition.
It's a healthy competition.
And we support one another and we help and assist one another. And that is, you know, we see the sun on each other's head.
Wow.
It is important that you should have the same aim. But you can't sort of pull people down and think you're gonna go anywhere.
Yes.
You go even further down.
Yes.
People should support one another, and the reason why this group is successful, we always have the support. And as Ruan said, this guy is our mentor. He's doing well. He has the world of experience, and we're looking up to him. But he's also learning from us. Not only we from him.
Yes.
We're always learning from one another. And people should stop competing in an ugly way in Africa, and they should take hands. That is the way to go.
Wow. That's very, very nice. Guys, this is a food of soul and brain. If your brain is not working, if you've not learned from these guys, then I have no answers. I have no kind words for you. The truth is, these people have endured. They have given us data. I think even Madam is supposed to give us at least a word about the feeding.
As the only lady in
Yep.
this group at the moment, I
Yep.
should say something.
Yes.
You agree?
Yep.
Okay, so the only advice that I want to give
Yep.
is success is important, the genetics is important, the breed and the lines and the quality is important, but it needs passion. And from my side, the passion, the love for the animals, the care for the animals is very important. It's good to to farm with the goats and to make money, and but without passion and without love for your animals, I think you can even be more successful
You're very, very true.
with the care and the love for the animals. That's from Madame's side.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's so beautiful. How words were very brief.
Remember,
He is saying
quality is the name of the game.
quality is the name of the game.
Yes, quality
I
is the name of the
I
game.
really, really agree with that. I definitely agree.
And that is what we all believe.
Yes, so you're in health competition, so no guns, no fights, no everything. So guys, what I've learned from you, as me, Hamis, one, you have to be devoted to the project. Two, you have to team up when you have. Because if you don't have, you're going to fight. So what you have to have? You have to have animals. People have come up with groups with no animals, but they are saying they are a group. And they are discussing animals that they don't have. That's why me, I didn't go in any group. I said, let's accumulate animals. After accumulating the animals, we shall come up and discuss dollars. I don't know how much dollars you discussed this night. I don't want to confuse these people, because if they hear the dollars you discussed last night, I think they will be off the duty. So you guys, let me just wish you the best. And I don't know, but the truth is, my words are over. I just have to let you be. Thank you for the knowledge. And I'm telling you the truth, you've given us money because your words are full of dollars. Thank you so much. Let me just wish you the best. Guys, let's team up tomorrow. Let's meet here tomorrow. Join online such that you can buy some animals. You buy them. We have guys here who can help you to export to wherever you want, as long as your country goes through a polite protocol of receiving the animals. Let me just wish you the best, and I have to pray for these guys because they have made us